Hello, everybody. I'm a Rainbow, and recently I got the opportunity to sit down with Slin, the developer of Grab, and talk about the game. He is a gentleman, a scholar, and one heck of a developer, and we're going to get to it right now. However, I've got a couple of sneak peeks going on right here. He's going to show us the new updated lava blocks, and we're going to get a look at his favorite checkpoint, which is all kinds of cool as part of this interview. All right, you guys stay tuned and let's see what we can get up to. How did you come up with Grab?
Well, there are a lot of games. So I've been playing a lot of VR games over the years, and so some of my favorite ones were the game Climby on PC, and also I really liked Windlands and Windlands 2, and there's another game, Jet Islands, that I really liked. They all have in common that they are they have a somewhat physical movement, and they're all multiplayer games with like grappling hooks, and basically you move around through levels like in Grab. The movement system is mostly taken from Climby, where the general movement is basically the same. And then I also really liked things like just building together in multiplayer. I've always liked doing that, like in Minecraft or what else is there? Gary's Mod, Kerbal Space Program with a multiplayer add-on, like just building together with some friends. I always felt like it's a lot of fun, and I wanted to make a game that combines those things that I liked into one.
All right.
And that's Grab.
Okay. So how long has Grab? I know I've been playing for two and a half years at this point. Okay. How long has Grab actually been in development?
So I started, I think, early May 2021. And then I relatively quickly released a version on SideQuest in like July. So that was only 2 months when I felt like it was playable. It was already kind of fun. You could build levels together. You could climb through them. And after that, I just kept updating it. At the same time, I also tried getting it on the Quest, on App Lab, on Meta App Lab, whatever it was called at the time.
Yeah.
And then I actually released it in end of November 2021.
So that tracks then, because I think I started playing in December. I had one of my subscribers say, "Hey, you got to go play this game," and I was like, I'd never heard of it, and I jumped in and I fell in love with it right away. I just thought it was cool, and I'm an old guy, so I can't keep up with all the stuff the kids are doing. It just amazes me. But I liked the fact that you could build and you could run around, and I could get foolish. It was a lot of fun. All right, so how did you come up with the aesthetics for Grab? I mean, was this all you, or did you get other people to help you? How'd it work out?
Well, initially I wanted to have different colors for different materials that do different things. So I wanted the block that you can grab to look very different to like ice and to lava, and to the other block that you can just stand on, and then also the grapple blocks. So that way, it would be really clear what to do with what thing that you saw. So that already limited it quite a bit, because I wanted the clear differentiation there. So then I hired an artist to create some textures for that. But then when I added colored blocks, it kind of just threw that all away. Just by accident. It wasn't on purpose, but now it looks better because players are now in charge of how it looks.
Yep, that's true. And with new update, you're going to get all kinds of nifty new features. So I like that.
Yep.
All right. One of the things I've always liked about Grab is that you can build your own maps and you can save them, you can publish them so other people can play, things like that. How many maps are there in Grab right now?
I think it's around 665,000.
You said 665,000. Holy schmoly. I remember when I think I did a little short video when we went over 100K, and that was, wow, 660. That's a lot of maps. So some of the maps get verified, okay? And what's the advantage of that?
I believe the main advantage, oh, not believe, the main advantage of the verification is that it gets more visibility. The idea of it is to highlight good maps, or the best maps in the game, compared to the community maps, which are just all the maps, and there are many of them where you don't get a lot of gameplay. They're just not that well built in general. So that the verified maps are supposed to be the ones that are the most fun to play, and a good place to just play through maps that are already a little bit curated and sorted.
All right, so those are the verified maps are the ones that get the OK stamp. So, and I remember in the old days, long ago, like a year ago, 2 years ago, I think you used to do all of that. But who does it now that you've got so many maps being submitted?
Yeah, so I used to do that until I think 3 or 4 months ago, and I spent so much time on this, so that eventually I decided to just give it to the community. So now I assigned, I think, 10 or maybe 15 players out of the community to be verifiers, and basically their job is to look at maps that players submitted for verification, and the verifiers then check those maps and decide if they are good enough or not.
Okay, and how is that going since you've been doing that 3 or 4 months? Are you satisfied, or you think some of the maps are sneaking in that shouldn't be verified?
I think it's a hard problem. There's always a lot of subjectivity.
Gotcha.
To like it's subjective to decide if a map is good or not. Like everyone has their own opinion on what's good enough or what is a good map even. So I'm trying to provide some base rules for that, and they're definitely trying to stick to those. But of course, some mistakes happen, so there are always some maps that don't make it in or that make it in that shouldn't. Sometimes we try to correct them. I'm trying to not unverify maps too often that got already verified. But yeah, so generally, if someone is unhappy with the map not getting verified after they submitted it and they really think it's as good as all the other verified maps, they should create a support ticket so that I can also look at it. But I think generally the system is kind of working.
Gotcha. So if they really spend a lot of time on a map, they think it's really good, and they don't like the decision, they can do a support ticket. Okay, but yes, it should be a really good map, not just because they think it is. So, all right, got that. What's the difference between a verified map and a verified creator?
So a verified map is really just a highlighted map. Maybe that's, yeah, I guess it's a highlighted map. So a map that gets more visibility, that gets its own tab. So more players will see it, more players will play it, and hopefully more players will give tips for that map. So that you can make another map and submit it from the tips. Basically, that was the hope there, so that you don't run out of coins if you keep submitting good maps. Verified creators basically are just creators that created more than two or more verified maps, which then gives them 3000 complexity instead of the current 1500 or after the update 2000.
Okay. So the verified creators, once that happens, they have more complexity that they can use on a map. All right, so you mentioned with this update that the build limit's going from 1,500 to 2,000 per player, and the verified creators are still going to keep their higher 3,000 limit?
That is correct. Basically, the 3,000 limit is still a bit of a performance issue. If I go higher than that, the game does start stuttering if the levels are built in a way that are suboptimal for this. So yeah, I'm keeping the 3,000 limit for now for verified creators. I do hope to someday raise it, but I have no idea when that will be. Generally, performance is a lot better with this update, I think, which is why I felt comfortable to raise it for the normal creators.
You are going to demonstrate the new lava blocks for us.
I guess so. First I need editor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Where are they? This one. Okay. Now okay. So basically, it's a normal lava block, and the difference is that it has a type, which you can see now on my menu, unfortunately, but maybe you can show it on yours.
Correct.
On your Wisp menu. And now I can select the first color. So right now, because I made it a colored lava block, now it's all white. So I can go back to partly wet and partly white, or I can go for something darker. Well, actually it's not darker, but it's more gray. And then I go for like, I don't know. So now you can actually color it with 2 different colors. And that way lava is not going to look the same in all levels anymore. But instead you can have
and
like
it's still
sewage.
lava. Yes, it still
and
kills
it's
you.
still lava and kills you. Exactly.
All right. So is that the same lava the way it was before, and you just kind of got used to it with the 2 different colors, or is that a different texture?
It's basically the same texture. I'm not 100% happy with it yet. I might change it a little after the release and keep tweaking it a bit. But basically it's the same texture, and it's used to blend between 2 colors now. Before there was a little bit of more, there were some more sub-colors between the extremes, basically.
Gotcha.
Which
So
you can't get from this now.
Gotcha.
But you can, if you go back to default, it looks like it always did. I didn't change that one. Only the colored ones. Oh, no, it's all black.
But the thing is, you can make it almost, if you use 2 of the same color, you're gonna have, I don't know, you got a trap there or something that anybody can just run into. So you get sneaky.
Yeah, you can definitely hide it a bit better now.
Okay, very cool. The lobbies for grab are continually rotating it. How often do you do that, and who do you get to make the lobbies?
Yeah, so I update them about monthly. Not always, but mostly every month there's a new lobby. And to be honest, the way I pick the one that creates them, well, actually they're always community created. I'm trying to get more than 1 person to actually work on them, but I always make one player responsible for it, so that they basically pick the people that get to help on the lobby, and then they make sure that I get the lobby in time for the update that will have it. And the way I pick those is basically I'm trying to find just people that have been building great levels. There are so many of them though, so it's getting kind of random. I'm kind of just picking whoever I see first on Discord, type something or whatever.
Okay.
There isn't really a system to it.
So you once you pick whoever's sort of in charge of the level, then they can pick whoever they want to help, and you just have to have it done by a certain time. Is that how that works?
Yes, that's exactly how it works.
So if new players want to get involved with that, they need to make some good levels and get some people to say, hey, this is, they like that first, maybe get a little recognition before they volunteer.
That's definitely the best way to do it. I'm always trying to encourage the one that's responsible for a lobby to also include some new players. But depending on how much time they have and so on, some of them are less and some others are more willing to do that.
All right, very cool. All right, do you have a roadmap already in place for what's going to happen after this, or do you kind of take it a little bit at a time and say, okay, this is the next thing I want to try?
It's a bit of both. So there are a lot of just natural progressions for the game, I think, things that naturally should be added, that just make a lot of sense for what's already there, and what they also pretty much match what people are asking for. One of the big ones, of course, are triggers. So you can trigger an animation by just touching something, like a button, for example, and then some animation starts that opens the door, as an easy example. Obviously, that can go a lot further than that, but that would be the general first idea. Another big one that I really want to do and that I've started working on is an updated UI. So those are basically the 2 biggest ones right now that are on my roadmap, both internal, but they are also, at least triggers, I believe, are also on the public roadmap. So there's a public roadmap. There are a bunch of things on there. but it doesn't have an order really. So I'm just picking things as I feel like working on them.
Okay, and you're a solo developer, if I remember correctly. You're doing this all yourself. Do you have a plan to get some more help if things ramp up, or are you just going to keep plugging away by yourself?
I do have some ideas. So hopefully, if this launch does well, I can maybe hire someone or even 2 people to, I don't know, help with some of the things. One of the big ones I think is going to be the community management and also dealing with moderation, that kind of stuff, so that I don't have to deal with all of those things as much anymore as I do right now, because I'm spending a lot of time on not working on the game, but just talking to players, which I want to keep doing, but like just responding to support tickets, for example, is just something that I probably can give someone else most of the time. And then if there's something specific, then they can come to me and ask.
What do you want to get out to the community? New players, old players?
For new players, host your own lobbies. Don't just join others. Host your own lobby to figure out how the game actually works, because hosting your own lobby will show you how to select levels, how to open the editor, and all of those things that often new players miss because they just join someone and then they have no idea what's going on.
Okay. You've got a whole bunch of new checkpoints coming out. Which of the checkpoints is your personal favorite?
Well, I think they're all really great, but I really do like the portal one because it's the most complex one. It has particle effects when you respawn. It also has a sound effect when you respawn, and then it has particle effects charging up after you respawned.
Oh, can you show us that
actually
one?
Really cool. Of course. Oh, yes. So here we go.
This awesome.
Is the portal. It charges up, and then when I respawn, it just gives all that power away, and then it charges up again. Hopefully, here we go. And yeah, the only problem with this one is it's really big.
But it's very cool. And I noticed the color seems like to be as your main color. So if you change color, does it change color?
Yes, let's try that.
Oh. Even the sparkles?
Yeah, I think I need to respawn for them because they need to recharge with a new color, basically. Let's see. Or maybe it's using the secondary color. No, there we go. Nah, is that the right one? Maybe not. Let's try it again. Different color. I think it's secondary color.
Maybe you have to put down the checkpoint because it was the same color as the other one before. So try just putting another checkpoint down.
No. Let's do this. Now they should be red, hopefully. Are they? Nope. Okay. You mean this?
Yes.
Oh no.
So there. Now it changed. So if you put it down, okay. Well, that's still awesome. All right. Very cool. All right, Slin, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking your time, and I hope this whole thing goes really well for you.
Me too. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that's all I got there, sir. All right, everybody, there you go. The inside scoop on Grab from the man himself. Yes, I had such a good time with that interview. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please think about hitting that like button. Maybe think about subscribing. Y'all be good. Take care now.